everyone, how's it going? My name is Jay and welcome to the channel, and welcome back to Yosemite Emergent Biopark here in Jurassic World Evolution 2. In today's episode we are going to be doing a bit of a chiller build, only 2 habitats this time, and one of them is going to be an aviary. So we've got a very small habitat first up, right here by the hotel area that we built in the last episode. And once again, I'm filming things completely out of order. I've already recorded my live portion of today's video, and I've also recorded the speed build for next episode. So once again, tremendously out of order, and in the live play, you'll actually see a bit of the what I've already built for next week's episode. So you'll have a bit of a sneak peek there. But yeah, today, small habitat here for a couple more mountainous feeling dinosaurs. So it's going to be quite hilly, quite rocky. Think of it as like a very small hill that they just kind of built around. And it's going to have some Dracorex and Nodosaurus, both of which are quite hardy looking dinosaurs. Nodosaurus, of course, has always been one of my favorites of the Nodosaurids. Very cute and very hardy looking. It's just like one of those dinosaurs that I think has a lot of personality to it. And even more so in this game with the new social interactions and stuff that you'll see later. And the Dracorex might not even exist as a dinosaur. You know, it's potentially just a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus, but it's still a beautiful creature nonetheless, and I really like it. As you can see, just building up the hill area here with a lot of rocks, a lot of the pebbly dirt texture, some water, but really making it quite like it's already been here a long time and they just built the habitat around it, really. And I quite like how it turned out. And after this, we'll also be building an aviary which features all the ornithocheiroids. I think Hydroraptor suggested that in one of the previous episodes, and it's a great suggestion, so I decided to do that. And of course, we'll be naming plenty of the dinosaurs as well, thanks to all your suggestions. Feel free to leave more. All your suggestions made really great. I've been really taking a lot of them on board as well for habitat ideas and stuff. And you'll see more of those in the coming episodes. I've already got a lot planned, but I'm more than happy to hear more thoughts, because even when we finish this park, we'll probably just move straight on to another one in a different biome. By the way, I'm also planning on releasing a few tutorials just on how to build some realistic habitats and stuff like that, so let me know if you're looking forward to that. I know some of you have been wanting something like that, so I thought, you know what, why not? Let's do something like that. I used to make tutorials for Planet Zoo way back when I first started the channel 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed that, so maybe I'll do some for Jurassic World Evolution 2, so yeah, fingers crossed that well, I don't know why I say fingers crossed, I'm the one doing them, so you know, they'll come out basically. So look forward to that. Here's the aviary back here. I wanted to use the Jurassic World glass aviaries to minimize some of the shadows and to, you know, create a bit more variety in the park compared to the previous one we did, of course. And initially I thought that the previous aviary had a bit of a glitch where you couldn't hear the music or the sound in there, but turns out this one does too, so I'm really not sure what's going on there, and hopefully you'll figure it out eventually. But otherwise, I'm really happy with how this one turned out, creating a bit of a guest area here, a bit of a mini main street almost. There's a big, you know, straight path leading towards the entrance of the aviary, and then there'll be a couple of amenities and things lying around. And initially I thought about leaving that hole in the middle of the aviary to create a bit more interest, but then I thought, I think I would rather have the space really to build more stuff inside the aviary rather than have that big empty hole in the middle that would really just hinder us more than anything. And with the amount of pterosaurs I wanted to add, I think it made more sense to have that extra space rather than having that kind of bubble in the middle that would have just kind of hindered us a little bit too much. Otherwise, I'm really happy with how it all turned out. You'll see in a bit how we actually build the aviary. It's pretty simple. We try to mess around with the terrain a little bit, adding a lot of foliage in there and a river that runs through it. And I don't know why I'm talking about this now because we're still building the guest section, but I tend to jump the shark a little bit. Is that the term? Jump the shark? Never really understood what that meant. I'm sure it has a basis somewhere. But you know. Anyways, I hope you're all having a lovely end of the year. This is probably going to be the last video that comes out before the new year actually hits. This and the October late video that will have come out probably the day before this will have been the last 2 videos that are going live on the channel, and they should both come out after Christmas but before the new year. So yeah, last 2 videos on the channel for 2021. It's been a long year. I hope you've all been enjoying the channel this year. Hope you've all been staying safe and having a good end of the year celebration without, you know, putting yourself too much at risk. I actually just got my booster jabs yesterday, which is pretty cool. So I was very glad to get those. And whether or not you celebrate Christmas, I do hope you've had a lovely end of the year, and I hope you've had a lovely year in general. It's been a long one, but I think there've been a lot of good things as well. For example, I've just really enjoyed doing this as a hobby this past year. Building things and just talking about animals, and Jurassic World Evolution 2 came out this year, and I just had a blast with that. And it's just the little things, little things that make you happy, and I really enjoyed that this year, I guess. Don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's the Aviary, and we'll get into terraforming the Aviary itself in just a second. The animals we're including inside are going to be the Tropiognathus, the Pterodactylus, which is actually a pterosaur that was featured in the first Jurassic Park novel, and then the, what's the last one? The Maurodactylus, which is actually my second favorite pterosaur in the game. I really liked it. Of course, the only reason they included Maurodactylus was because the species name is Spielbergi, of course named after Spielberg. And I thought, why not? I can imagine why they added that, but I really like it. Like, I thought I wouldn't. I thought it would be quite generic, but it's really cool and well designed and looks really, really good. I am looking forward to future pterosaurs. I would love to see more diversity in pterosaur types. And hopefully more diversity in feeder types, because right now all the pterosaurs eat fish. But then you start to get into like the really specific types of pterosaur, like Tapajara, for example, would have probably eaten things like nuts and insects. And then, like bigger ones, like if we do get Asdarchids, which I really hope we do, they'll probably like prefer eating large vertebrate prey. Like, smaller dinosaurs and stuff, or goats. So we'll have to see how they tackle all that, but I mean, the pterosaurs in-game now can eat the goats. Like, if you release a goat, I don't know if you can place a goat in the aviary, but they will eat it. Like, they will take down the goat, if I'm not mistaken. The same way they would take down small dinosaurs as well, which is a really cool mechanic. Like, I never see it because I never really let my pterosaurs escape. But and I always play in Sandbox, which we can turn off the combat now, so it's pretty safe. I thought about adding a small habitat here, but I kind of gave up on the idea pretty quick, just because there's not enough space. I thought it's nice to have some empty space as well around the park. Just doing some decorations on the path here. I love adding all those little picnic tables, just spaces where people can just chill for a bit. Adding more picnic tables up here. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the speed build portion. We're going to watch the animals exit from their hatcheries now, and then we're going to hop into the live play. So I hope you've enjoyed the speed build. Of course, a bit smaller than usual, but rest assured, next episode is going to be a pretty chunky one. We've got a lot of building that I've recorded for the next one. There's going to be some big habitats with a lot of you'll see basically. I don't want to spoil it too early. You'll see a bit of it in the live play, so look forward to that. But anyways, hope you've enjoyed this, and I will catch you in the live portion. See you then. Okay, so here we are in the game, and yeah, these are the two habitats we worked on today. Don't look over there, those are all habitats that are coming in the next episode. I'll give you a little sneak peek actually. Let's just zoom out so you can see what we've been working on. But that's it, that's all you get. But yeah, back to what we're doing. Of course, we created this little small kind of rocky mountainous habitat here for some Dracorex, and Of course, a couple Nodosaurs, which are very cute. Let's actually have a look at them because I think they're going to play that adorable social animation. That is so cute! Like, I don't actually know what's meant to be going on here. I think it's going for, like, a leaf, and it just can't quite get there. And it just gets bonked. Boop. Oh, that's so cute! I love these two. They're so funny to watch, and that has to be one of the cutest social interactions in the game. Yeah, between the two Nodosaurs, both are very beautiful. And actually, before we get any further, we have a lot of dinosaurs to name, so let's get going. So first up, let's see. One really good suggestion by Jackson is that we name a bunch of the dinosaurs in the park after characters from the Land Before Time. So that was a great cartoon. Back when I was a kid, I remember that was one of the first ones I ever watched, and I was in love with it. I love the characters in that movie. You know, you had Littlefoot and Sarah and stuff like that. It was just super cute. So I think that works really well. Littlefoot for a sauropod is just such a cute name, and this Mamenchisaurus is going to be called Littlefoot because it's adorable. And then Sarah for Triceratops. So let's go and find a Triceratops. Where did I put them? There they are. So you're going to be called Sarah. And then Ducky for a Hadrosaur of some variety. We have some Edmontosaurus over here. Let's get one of you to be called Ducky. I believe Ducky was like was she a Parasaurolophus? I can't tell. I cannot remember for the life of me. I did watch this when I was like oh, sorry for that, excuse me. I did watch that when I was like way young. A Stegosaur named Spike, of course. I think we still have a Warehosaurus who doesn't have a name. There we go. Spike. Very appropriate for a Stegosaur, I think. And Petrie for a Pterosaur. I believe a lot of our Sungoripterus don't have names yet. There we go. This one can be Petrie. Actually, no, this is the cursed one with no pattern, right? Is it? No, this one does have a pattern. No, that's the cursed one. I do not like the one without a pattern on it. This one does, however, and you are going to be named Petrie. Oh, that's Petire. Okay, there we go. What do we have next? So next up, for the Mamenchisaurus, suggested by New Age 374, two Welsh names, Rhys and Fionn. Not sure if I'm pronouncing those right, but lovely names. And of course we do have one Mamenchisaurus free, so you are going to be named Fionn, because it's a very pretty name. Next up, from Arthur Morgan, Leviathan for a Chronosaurus, which is very appropriate. I don't know if we have enough names for Chronosaurus. No, unfortunately both our Chronosauruses are named, so tell you what, I'll go with some of your other name suggestions. And then Montosaurus, excuse me, I just had a very spicy soup, so you can imagine my my throat is not having the best of times, but it was delicious. God, I love Tom Yum soup. If you've ever had Tom Yum soup, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's delicious. And Montosaurus with the name Solar. That's pretty cool. So where is the one that's the free at Montosaurus? Solar is a very pretty name. Kind of fits with how brightly colored the head is here. And let's see what else we got. So, John Key suggested a few different names, and one is a Struthiomimus named Sherman, which I think is quite cute. So let's find one of these Struthiomimuses. And I'll tell you what, I'll name one of the really vibrant ones, because I really like this pattern. Was it this pattern I was thinking of? There are some really vibrant Struthiomimuses in here, which I really like. I think, yeah, that is the pattern. Sherman, which is a very cute name as well. We do have loads of Struthiomimus, so feel free to suggest more names for those too. From Izzy, a long-time viewer of the channel, and always love seeing your comments, Izzy. Maddie for a Triceratops, after your cat, which is a perfect name, I think. So there we go. Maddie. That is this beautiful Triceratops, named Jack wants a Triceratops named Buddy, which is a very cute name as well. That's going to be you. And some Yeshvendra suggests some other names for Triceratops. Chomp, Ellie, and Sarah. Well, we already kind of have a Sarah, but Chomp and Ellie are definitely making it in. Chomp is very cute. And Ellie after Ellie Sattler, of course, which is also a very good suggestion. Let's see, actually all the Triceratops have already been named. So tell you what, I'll name it Truthia Mimus Ellie, because I think that's a lovely name. And let's see, what else have we got? Bosk suggests a pterosaur named Rodan after the kaiju in the Godzilla franchise, which is a really cool name as well. Rodan definitely works. And oh gosh, it's the cursed one again. I'm just avoiding naming that cursed Sangdaripterus as long as I can. Is this one okay? This one does have a pattern on it, so this one's going to be called Rodan, which is very impressive and imposing as a name, which I really like. Let's see, what else have we got? Cyanide for Troodon, which is really interesting. And I think it kind of fits because they're meant to be venomous in the game, so that's pretty cool. As far as venomous dinosaurs in real life go, we're not really like sure whether any existed. There was suggestions that they did find one in the form of Sinornithosaurus a few years ago, but I think that has kind of been disproven. Let's see, who else have we got? So Matt suggests the name James for Parasaurolophus after the YouTuber The Gaming Beaver, who also does, well, I'm sure you know The Gaming Beaver. But yeah, apparently his favorite dinosaurs are Parasaurolophus, so good to do that. I believe we have named all the Atmosaurus, but we did get another really good suggestion by Endermanchick. To continue with the theming of naming them all after like Greek goddesses, and we do have one more. So you are going to be called Artemis, which is really beautiful, like theming. I think I quite like that. So we had Artemis, Athena, and Aphrodite, which are really good actually. That's such a good good theming, I guess. So that's nice. Hootus McPootus did suggest two different names for Edmontosauruses, but Eddie and Samson. Of course, the Edmontosauruses are all taken now, but let's name the Parasaurolophus that. Where are they? There we go. Your name is Eddie, and your name, oh no, that's James. And your name is Samson. Very nice. Okay, and just a few more to go. So Kuro's hair strands, interesting username there. Wants a Chasmosaurus named Leah, which is a very pretty name. Let's go. So this one's already named. That one's already named. This one needs a name. I need to find a more like organized way of like getting name suggestions. Sam wants a dinosaur named after them as well, so let's get a Sam in here. How about this lovely little Cretaceous? Sam. And Elmo wants a Parasaurolophus just named Paraboy, which is apparently an inside joke for them and their friends. But you know what? I can imagine that being a Parasaurolophus name, why not? And there you go. And finally, we have a couple more suggestions here. So Christoph wants a Gallimimus named Flash. Let's find one of those. Where are they? Hello, Gallimimuses. They are in this habitat, but I'm not like losing my mind. Can you guys see any of them? Hello? Gallimimus. Oh, there's one right there. Where are the rest of them? Still love the skin, by the way. So pretty. So Flash, which, you know, appropriate. They're very fast dinosaurs. And I believe that is it. Actually, there's one more by a name written in a language I cannot pronounce. But you wanted any herbivores named Jacob, which is very reasonable. How about you get a Gigantspinosaurus? Jacob. There we go. Next up, let's have a look up here and actually go back into, you know, looking at what we built so far. So of course we built this Dracorex habitat. Really like the skins that we got. Some of them I'm not as big a fan of. Like I really like this green, this is my favorite right here. This blue, purple, and yellow one, just so vibrant. Over there is probably my least favorite. It's like white with a pale green on it. It's just not super nice. But this is really beautiful and I really like it. Gigabyte, of course, potentially doesn't. Oh, there we go. They're headbutting. That's really cool. But yeah, of course, Gigabyte potentially doesn't actually exist as a dinosaur. It might just be a juvenile Pachycephalosaurus. But still really cool, and I still like including it because it's just a beautiful looking dinosaur, and just turns out looking really interesting here in this smaller, very rocky habitat here. Lots of decorations in the area, and then we move over here, and don't look over there yet. That's for next episode. And we get this nice walkway leading up to our aviary, which is full of ornithochirids. And let me just double check, because this is actually a suggestion by Hydroraptor, who suggested that we should do just an aviary for ornithochirids, all from the same family of pterosaur, and that's what we've done here. It's a great suggestion, and I think it looks really good. Up here we have like just a little amenity here for people to grab some food, lots of tables and chairs. Of course, the restrooms, and just a couple of attractions here as well, with like, you know, some tables. I love fusing the two tables together. You can do this without mods, by the way. The game just allows you to do that, and it looks so good. Like, it just creates some nice longer tables. And yeah, let's have a look inside the aviary, where we have all our flying reptiles. Oddly enough, of course, when they emerged from the hatchery, the music didn't play for some reason, and the audio in the aviary still seems a bit weird. So I thought there was an issue just with the Jurassic Park aviary, but apparently in this one too. So hopefully that gets sorted soon. But yeah, let's have a look at our animals. First up, we have the Sierradactylus, or as the game says, Sierradactylus. You know, potato. They're very cool. I found it quite unexpected that they included the crest in this version, because generally speaking, Sierradactylus isn't really depicted with a crest, and I don't think there have actually been found any crest remains on these animals, but I think it makes it look quite unique. Of course, very distinct for all the ornithochirids here, they have that little crest on the tip of the beak, which is just such a cool looking thing. Like, in the Sierradactylus, it's got this lovely little quite angular crest on the top and bottom at the tip of the beak, which looks really good. And of course, the other two species, they are more dramatic versions. God, I love how they land in the rocks. And they actually land on the tip of this pointy rock too, which is amazing. Here's one of our Maurodactylus, one of my favorites in the game. Not my favorite skin on this one. This one's kind of more up my alley. And again, love the crest at the tip of the beak, the shapes. Very, very unique looking animal. Well, let's say unique. It is kind of a generic ornithochirid almost, but it's still really beautiful, and I think it looks fantastic with the teeth especially jutting out, which make it very, very attuned to hunting fish. Just really great looking animal, and again, still one of my favorite pterosaurs, just barely being beaten out by the Sungaripterus. And let's find our final one, which is of course also the largest, which is the Tropiognathus. No idea where it is. Look at these two over here, just hanging out. There are two Tropiognathus in here, and there it is. There's one up there, just flying. These are one of the largest pterosaurs in general. They used to be called Ornithochirus, but they've been kind of split into their own group now. And you can see how much bigger it is compared to the Maurodactylus that just landed there. I believe these are currently the largest pterosaur in game, besides the Pteranodon itself. Of course, in the future, I really hope we get like ASRock, which are the titanic pterosaurs, you know, things like Quetzalcoatlus, Hatchery. Those are the big ones, you know, they're like flying giraffes. I'm kind of mixed about the design for the Tropiognathus in here. I think the crest is a bit too exaggerated for my liking. Of course, it very much could be like that in real life. We can't really tell if there were additional keratin bits or anything that made it look more impressive or anything like that. But it's still a very cool creature design. The teeth are a bit weird as well. They're a bit like higgledy-piggledy for me. Like, I would have liked them to be slightly more even. In this case, it just looks a little bit like I broke off a few teeth trying to eat something too large or something like that. But otherwise, still pretty cool. And this is the other one we have here, green one. Very pretty, both of them. But yeah, I really like how this aviary turned out. I love the river that runs through it. I like the glass here, so it really cuts out shadows from the ground as well. Oh, and there's one landing in the tip of the rock here, Pterodactylus. Looking really cool at the tip of the rock. I really like that. That's just really impressive to see. I also like having these lights. They do occasionally land on them. Oh, there we go. Perfect timing. The Pterodactylus landed on it, and I imagine it'll look pretty cool at night. We'll do like a nighttime tour at some point. Not quite yet though. There's some fish down here, but they don't actually eat it, of course, because I turned off dinosaur or creature hunger in general. Yeah, really cool. Let's have a look in the viewing gallery and see what the view is like. So that's pretty cool. Are there any sitting above us? Nope. But yeah, it's a great view. Very interesting. And yeah, that's it for today's episode. As you can see over there, very quick glimpse of what's coming next. We do have a lot that I've already recorded, so look forward to that. I hope you all have had a lovely holiday season. I'm actually recording this before Christmas itself and releasing it after, so I do hope all of you have had a good time, whether or not you celebrate it. You know, just hope you've had a nice break from work if you do have work, or school if you do have school. And you know, thank you so much for a lovely year on the channel, for all the support. I know, like, it's been a long year for us all, and I know we've all had challenging times, but thank you as always for all the support. It means a lot. I do hope all of you have a great new year and have a great year ahead of you. Yeah, and I'll see you all in the next video in the new year, I suppose. So thanks so much for watching. Do subscribe, of course, if you want to see more of this content. And yeah, as always, I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.